everyone, how you doing? It's Craig with LazerModels. Today we're going to go ahead and put the Garden Fairy trailer together. Most of you won't need to watch the video because we've gone ahead and changed our directions to photos and stuff, and it really helps. But we're here for you, so if you do need to follow along, let's do that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build the little window frame. So I was going to take these two, this one, and this piece. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, let's go. The reason I flipped that over is because I wanted the kind of like the burnt side facing outward, give it a little more character. Some of you be painting it, so that's really not important at all. Okay, so that's going to go like that. This piece will go onto the top here now. So, alright, so that's step one. Step two is we're going to glue that to here. If you don't glue this now, what's going to end up happening is if you've got it off a little bit, it's not going to work. So I want to do this while it's still wet. Then just go into the little slots here. Put two there, and those two there. That's it. Step two's done. Step three. You want to glue the spare tire to here. Now, there's 3 tires. 2 of them have the centers and little tabs. We don't want those. We want the round tire. So, a little bit of glue. You know, put it where it says spare tire. What I do to make stuff dry faster is if you turn it just a little bit while you're pushing down, that helps spread the glue out and it helps it dry up faster. So that's going to go to the side now. Now, step 4 is where we're going to, really the step that is the most per se complicated, but it's really not. We're going to take the back side, the pattern facing down. We're going to take the spare tire, and that's going to have the notches facing down. But we don't want to see the spare tire, so face that down. That's going to line up into this piece here. Okay, so we're going to set it to there for right now. We want the back window, that's this one. We want to have it where it faces down. See the larger tab? We want that towards the top for it's not upside down. So when it goes in, the larger tab's towards the top. So there's that. We have the top piece. The top piece will only go in one side. It will not fit this way. It only goes this way. And what it is, there's a little hole, 2 slots, and the door towards the front. So I want that there. The base. The base, again, will only go on one way. So that's going to go here. What we're doing is right now is everything's going to be able to roll into place. The front door, that's this door. This will end up going into that hole there and this hole here. Okay? So right now, that's what we're getting ready to do, is put that all together and bring it together. And once that's together, this little piece here ends up going in. We'll get to that because it'll go like this. We'll get to that and that'll kind of be what starts holding this together. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and put glue. Again, this is that side. Put this one in. This one. And just let everything kind of balance outward. Now this here goes onto the inside of this, so it's brought together. Okay. Now this one here, this is the one that's going to get tricky. Let me do it differently. There we go. Now we're going to get a little bit of glue here, because that's going to go into those tabs. Now the door. So what I want to do is I want to get it lined up. Okay. Now if we set the door in, we can spread those out just enough to get that door in. So spread this out, push it in one side, and back to the other. So that's all like that. Okay. Now remember I told you about this piece here. This goes into these tabs here and here. So, and this becomes the door stop. So what you don't want to do is close the door on this because of the glue right now. So again, spread it out a little bit. Just like that. So it goes in those holes there. Okay. Now we're ready to go to the next step. The next step is going to be putting this door into here and this in. So again, put it in, spread it out just a little bit, just enough. Okay? And keep the door there. Okay? Now, and be careful where you put the glue because you don't want to take a chance of gluing the door shut. So, okay, the bottom's in, top's in. Now this is where it's going to get a little tricky. So I want to wiggle this around, wiggle around, and now that's all in. So everything's in there. Now the door spun in. So there's a piece that goes right into here, and I put it over into the trash pile. It's this little guy because it looks like a piece of trash. So what you do is a little bit of glue right there. I'm hoping you can see this because this will go. You can't see what I'm doing, that's the problem. Maybe you can see it that way. That goes right there. Right there. It's got a little bit of glue on it. So what I want to do is take a little strip of wood or a paper towel, anything you got handy, scrape that off. Because basically what it does, stops the door from swinging in. So leave the door open, same with this one. Leave them both open for a little while. Alright, we're going to let everything dry. So while that's drying, we're going to put together a bunch of other stuff. So we'll set that over there, leaving the doors open. We're going to go ahead and glue these two little guys together. Just like that. Nothing spectacular. Flip this over this way. While it's still drying, just leave it there. We're going to take the tires. We're going to put some glue here. Here. Now the notches are going to go up with the notches this way. So that way and that way. We're just going to hold it together like this. Then, I'll try to do this. we're going to put some glue here. A little bit there, a little bit there. And then this piece lines up, and that puts the wheels in there. This little guy here, he goes on. Let's do it this way if you can see. Goes right there. So we'll set this back over here, let it continue drying. Then we're going to go ahead and put these together. Now, we have a little piece with an X, and then a blank one that's larger. We have little ones of these with an X with a little slot, and then all of these are blank and one little slot. So we're going to work with the X ones first. I suggest a piece of plastic. Set this in like that. Put a piece of glue there and glue there. Then what you want to do is line this up. See, this could go this way, or if you put it the other direction, it lines up. So if you line all the X's up, it'll go on correctly. A little more glue in that same spot, right in that groove there. And then this one, there's no mark on it. It's blank one side and it's got little veins of a tree in there. So put that, line it up with that correctly. Kind of, yeah, wiggle it a little bit. You'll start feeling it get a little snug. And then it's dry. Set that over there. Now this one, they're not numbered. So before you get started, you want to make sure you line them up the right way. Because once you have them lined up, you can just take the one, set it here. Same thing we did on the other one. Glue there. Glue here. Same thing. Continue putting them on. Glue in that little slot right there. This really makes it hold really well. Plus, if you put too much glue on it, it's got a lot of area for it to ooze before it starts to ooze out. So you don't end up getting glue everywhere. Okay, so that's all the large ones. Then we have one little small one. Okay, that goes there. Now we have a blank one, another one. And want to figure out how that lines up. Take it apart, put glue on it, wiggle it together a little bit, and it's dry. Put that face down. This here is going to glue onto here. There is no right or wrong way for this. But you want to get it in the middle. And then that table, that's done. now we have the bed. Again, look for which way you want the bed to be. You know, what side you want out. And like I said, if you're going to paint, it doesn't matter. This does matter. This has a little flat part here and a little cut part. The little cut part goes to the bottom. So it'll go like this, because that way you see it. So these little guys, you can put them both facing upward, downward. It doesn't matter. These can go any combination of ways you want. Okay? So, what you do, I'm going to put glue on this side. It's always easier to glue that side than do it later. Now on these, stick them in place. A little bit of glue. Remove the bottle. Get those in place. Then those. Push it together. That's that. Now at this point in time, you can flip over your trailer. There you go. You've got your little fairy garden trailer all finished, ready to paint or play with. Hope you enjoy them. Thanks again for joining us.